Hello and welcome to Super Great Kids Stories, wise tales from around the world which will make you laugh and sometimes cry. Recommended for ages 5 to 105. I'm Kim and I love stories. Well, hello Super Great Kids and happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are celebrating. The story today is from the Amazon Rainforest in Brazil. It's all about a feast, but not a Thanksgiving kind of feast. It's a feast with a beast. I learned this wonderful story from a British storyteller called Helen East, which incidentally rhymes with beast and feast. Anyway, the Amazon Rainforest is the biggest tropical rainforest in the world. It grows in several countries in South America. The trees there grow so close together that their branches join up to make a sort of roof of leaves across the forest, which means inside it's very dark and pretty dangerous. There are lots of animals, including many deadly and dangerous creatures, like poisonous snakes and poisonous frogs and poisonous spiders. I wonder if you can think of some animals which live in the rainforest. To start you off, there are macaw parrots and golden tamarin monkeys. See if you can think of any names to add to the list while we have a quick word with the grown-ups. Hello, Super Great Kids, I'm back. Did you think of some rainforest animals? Well, in the story you're about to hear, there are quite a few rainforest creatures. And the Indians who live in the rainforest know all about the animals who live there. And of course, they tell lots of stories about them. This story is about Kibungu, the beast of the rainforest. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Mouth open. Story jump out. Kibungu oi, bichudu matu, Kibungu oi, bichudu mat. Kibungu oi, beast of the forest, Kibungu oi, I am a beast. Everyone in the Amazon is scared of Kibungu. He is the size of a gorilla. He has strong, hairy arms, bright green fur, yellow eyes and very sharp claws. Kibungu is fierce. And I'm sorry to have to tell you that Kibungu is very, very greedy. Kibungu eats animals and just about anything else he can get hold of. If he catches you, he will take you back to his den filled with bones. Crunchy, munchy, slurp, slurp, slurp. One morning, Kibungu woke up on his bed of bones and stretched. Kibungu was hungry. He was so hungry he could eat a jaguar. He could eat 10 jaguars. No, he could eat 10 jaguars and 8 sloths. He could eat 10 jaguars and 8 sloths and 5 monkeys and a boa constrictor. Crunchy, munchy, slurp, slurp, slurp. Patting himself on the back, Kibungu decided that today was the day that he was going to find and eat the most fabulous feast ever. So he picked up a huge sack, flung it over his shoulder, and off he went on his quest. Kibungu oi, bichudu matu, Kibungu oi, bichudu mat. Kibungu oi, beast of the forest, Kibungu oi, I am a beast. Once he reached the waterhole where all the animals came to drink, he hid behind a rock and waited. First came Jaguar, sleek, splendid, prowling Jaguar, lapping the water. Kibungu drooled and his tummy rumbled. Quick as a flash, out jumped Kibungu. Rah! Snatched the Jaguar by the tail and into the sack he went. Next, Kibungu saw a family of golden tamarin monkeys. Playful, scampering, leaping, down to the water they came. Ah! Can you help me? Ah! Ah! Hiding behind the rock was Kibungu. Kibungu drooled and his tummy rumbled. Quick as a flash, rah! Out jumped Kibungu and snatched the monkeys by their tails. 1, 2, 3. Poor monkeys. Into the sack they went. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Next came the sloth. Slowly, 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 he crawled along his tree branch. Very slowly, he plopped into the water. Splish, splosh, splash. And very slowly, the sloth played in the water. Splish, splosh, splash. Hiding impatiently behind the rock was Kibungu. Kibungu drooled and his tummy rumbled. Quick as a flash, out jumped Kibungu. Rah! Snatched the sloth by one of his long arms and plumph! Into the sack he went. Next came tss, 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 the boa constrictor, creeping, slithering, sliding towards the water. Can you help me? Tss, 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 went the snake. Tss, tss, tss. Drool, 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 went Kibungu. Then, quick as a flash, rah! Out jumped Kibungu, snatched the snake by her tail, and plumph! Into the sack she went. And so it was, and so it went on. All morning Kibungu caught his fabulous feast of animals, and into the sack they all went. Plumph, 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 until Kibungu decided he must have caught all the animals that he could fit in his sack. He set off back towards his den, dragging his sack behind him. The animals yowled and howled and hissed and shrieked. Tss, tss, tss. But it was no use. They were well and truly trapped in the sack. Kibungu went along and he went along and he went along until he came to a clearing by his den. There, sunning herself on a rock, was Djibouti. Djibouti the tortoise. Kibungu licked his sharp teeth. Tortoise was a delicious animal. She would make the perfect pudding. Tortoise let out a tiny groan. She knew she couldn't run away. She was too slow. But tiny and slow as she was also very, very clever. So Tortoise had a think. And then she had an idea. Ding! Ah, Kibungu, I'm so pleased to see you. Just the monster just the creature I've been looking for. Really? Said Kibungu, who was delighted because he secretly thought that no one ever went looking for him. "Why, yes," said Tortoise. "I've made up a new dancing tune on my flute, and I need someone who is really, really good at dancing to try it out. And that someone, Kibungu, is you. You are simply the best monster, I mean, the best creature in the entire rainforest at dancing. Please, will you give my dance a go? Please, 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 Kibungu?"
No, said Kibungu. I'm hungry, and I have a fabulous feast of animals to munch on. Sorry, maybe tomorrow.
"Oh, but Kibungu, Kibungu, Kibungu! No one else in the entire rainforest is as graceful and rhythmic as you. Couldn't you just put down your sack for 1 minute and let me watch how you move so magically around this clearing?"
Well, said Kibungu, scratching his head and rather enjoying such warm-hearted praise.
"Yes, Kibungu," continued Tortoise, "you are the most handsome creature of all of us animals, with your glossy green fur and your golden yellow eyes and your magnificent long arms. Oh, how I long to see you dancing my brand new dance."
Handsome, magnificent, glossy. Kibungu had never heard anyone say a nice word about him, never mind 3 words all in a row. He put down his sack. Well, maybe just one little dance, since you ask so nicely, and because I'm such a good dancer and such a nice monster. But after that, I'm going to eat you, okay? So no tricks.
"OK, OK, OK," said Djibouti, pulling out her little wooden flute. "Here you go. It's a spinning dance, so you need to spin like a top. You have to spin in a circle and hold your arms out like this. Now, are you ready?"
Spinning like a top. Ooh, put my arms out.
"Lovely, bravo, keep going. Now you need to put your hands on your hips."
Hands on hips.
"That's it, and tap your feet out while turning around."
Tap my feet. Turn around.
"Lovely, keep going."
Hands on hips. Tap my feet. Turn around.
"Marvellous. Now, Kibungu." "Oh, I'm sorry," said Tortoise, "but you can't do this dance after all."
What? What do you mean I can't do it? I'm doing it wonderfully, marvellously, magnificently.
"But, Kibungu, the next verse says you need to take the hand of your partner and you don't have anyone to dance with, so you can't do it."
Kibungu stamped his feet and gnashed his teeth and rolled his eyes.
But it was no good. Djibouti was right. He couldn't dance the dance without a partner. Then, suddenly, he remembered something. Ding! Do you know what it was? Yes, the animals in the sack. He could dance with them. So he opened the sack and out came Monkey. "Excellent," said Djibouti. "Now, hold hands with your partner and spin around one way and then spin around the other way. Are you ready?"
Hold hands, spinning round one way, spinning round the other way.
That's it, that's it. Good. Now, choose another partner. This monkey seems a bit tired. And so Kibungu danced with Jaguar, And Kibungu danced with the monkeys. And who else did he have in his sack? Yes, the boa constrictor. And who else? That's right, the sloth. He was so busy dancing, he didn't notice monkey, and then jaguar, and then boa constrictor creep away into the jungle. Even the sloth found time to move very slowly up a tall, tall tree. Finally, Kibungu poked his arm into the sack, and guess what? It was empty. Every last animal had slunk away. Kibungu realised he'd been tricked. He roared, "Ah! You'll not get away with this, Djibouti, you snickety-trickety little tortoise!" His yellow eyes rolled and his green fur stood on end, and he gnashed his sharp teeth and lunged at Tortoise. "Ah!" But oh dear, Kibungu was so dizzy and so tired from all that spinning. Do you know what he did? He tripped over a rock and banged his head, and plumph! He clean knocked himself out. Meanwhile, Djibouti, the little tortoise, picked up her little flute and slowly, very slowly, took herself down to the waterhole, playing as she went. And as for Kibungu, well, he woke up a few hours later, cold and tired and very, very hungry. And he had to crawl back to his den with his tummy rumbling and all the time grumbling at having been tricked out of his fabulous feast.
Kibungu oi bichudu matu, Kibungu oi bichudu mat. Kibungu oi, beast of the forest, Kibungu oi, I am a beast.
Mouth open, story jump, back in. Thanks for listening, especially those of you from Brazil. I wonder if you spotted some of those animals which come from the rainforest. I know Lois from Jersey loves sloths. Did you spot that one in our story, Lois? If you like that tale, you can find it in the book The Singing Sack by Helen East, which has 28 song stories from around the world. Now, you've been very busy sending us wonderful pictures, so I wanted to thank some of you for contributing to our story art gallery. Willow Rose, who is 7 from Ireland, has drawn 2 beautiful pictures of her favourite stories, How the Birds Got Their Colours and The 3 Dolls. And she's also sent us a picture of her dad's favourite story, El Cangrejo the Crab King. I love all the little details you put in your pictures, Willow. Thank you so much. And siblings Katya, who is 4, and her brother Nikolai, who is 6, both drew delightful pictures of the Russian story, The Sausage Tree. I wonder what you'd like to find growing on your tree, Nikolai and Katya. Gingerbread? Or puppies? Or gold coins? And thanks too to 6-year-old Ava from Anchorage in Alaska, who drew a very imaginative picture of an enormous Tiddalink the frog. Well done, Ava. It really captures Tiddalink's character. And thanks to Lucy from France, who is 6, who sent a wonderful picture of the magic orange tree story. I love the fact, Lucy, that it's so brightly coloured and that the house has blue shutters which look a little bit French. Thanks so much. And Juniper, who is 6, has sent a lovely picture of how the rainbow got into the sky. Juniper also loves the story The Girl Who Wished for Wings. Thanks very much for sharing this, Juniper. I like that story too. And Olive, who is 4, from Auckland in New Zealand, drew 2 beautiful pictures inspired by the stories Monkey in Trouble and How the Rainbow Got into the Sky. Olive, I love the way you've drawn your story characters. The Medicine Man and Papa God are quite marvellous. Very imaginatively done. Thanks very much for sharing that. And thanks to all of you who are sending in drawings. More thanks next time. We can't make our podcast without those of you who are subscribing and supporting us. With your help, we're able to pay our storytellers and enlist new ones. If you'd like to subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts and get ad-free episodes, bonus episodes, and early access, click subscribe in Apple Podcasts. And to support us with Patreon and get all of that and more, go to our website on supergreatkidsstories.com and click on the Patreon button. And if you'd like to give a one-off donation of any amount, click on the Ko-fi button on our website, supergreatkidsstories.com. Remember now to send in pictures for our drawing competition. We've got 10 Super Great Kids Stories colouring books to give away. You have until December the 13th to send them in. Post them on our website, supergreatkidsstories.com, or on Facebook Messenger. And if you want to see what our colouring books look like, go to Amazon and search for Super Great Kids Stories colouring book. Or go to our website and follow the links. Imogen has sent a lovely photograph of her wearing a pink Super Great Kids t-shirt, and she's holding a beautiful picture of the White Elephant story. For more info on buying a t-shirt, go to our website. That's it for this week. Have a happy Thanksgiving and try to help out at home if you've got visitors. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work.